The alarm pierced through the mundane Tuesday morning at Terra Defense Command like a blade through silk. Colonel Sarah Chun dropped her coffee as crimson lights bathed the cavernous operations center buried 3 miles beneath the Colorado mountains. Contact bearing 270, range 43 AU, and closing. The sensor technician's voice cracked with disbelief. "Ma'am, you need to see this." Chun rushed to the main display as data streams cascaded across holographic screens. Her blood froze. The sensor grid showed not one contact, but thousands, a vast armada of geometric shapes moving with impossible precision through the outer solar system. "Give me the president. Now." Her fingers trembled as she activated the quantum-encrypted comm line. "And wake up Director Voss." Within minutes, world leaders flickered to life on secure channels. President Morrison's face was grim in the blue glow of the Situation Room. Premier Wang looked equally shaken from Beijing. Chancellor Hoffman's usual composure had cracked in Berlin. "How many ships?" Morrison asked without preamble. "Current count is 37,000, sir. Mass displacement suggests vessels ranging from destroyer class to something we've never seen before. The largest is roughly the size of Manhattan." The silence stretched like a funeral shroud until Morrison spoke again. "Defense recommendations?" Chen's throat felt like sandpaper. "Sir, with respect, our conventional forces wouldn't last 10 minutes against this fleet. If they're hostile, they're broadcasting," interrupted the communications officer. Every screen in the command center switched to display an alien figure, tall, angular, with 4 arms and eyes like molten gold. When it spoke, universal translators rendered its words in perfect, contemptuous English. "Primitive inhabitants of the 3rd planet. I am Fleet Admiral Zexhai of the Dominion Empire. Your pathetic species has caught our attention through your crude radio transmissions polluting the cosmos. You will surrender unconditionally within 6 of your planetary rotations, or face extinction. Do not test our patience with futile resistance. We have crushed 10,000 worlds. You are insects." The transmission ended. In the deafening silence that followed, Chun could hear her own heartbeat. 38,000 now, the sensor tech whispered. More arriving every minute. President Morrison's voice was steady but hollow. "Colonel, I need options. Anything." Chun closed her eyes. 40 years of military service. And it came to this, watching helplessly as humanity faced its final hour. "Sir, I'm sorry. There's nothing. Actually, there is." The voice belonged to Director James Voss, a thin man in his 70s who just entered the command center. His security clearance was higher than Chen's, though she'd never understood why a theoretical physicist warranted such access. "Director Voss, with respect, this isn't the time for experimental science," Morrison said through the comm. Voss moved to a sealed console Chun had never seen activated. "Mr. President, I need authorization code Prometheus 7. Morrison's eyes widened. Even through the encrypted channel, his shock was palpable. "Jim, that's just a theoretical program. You told me." "I lied." Voss's fingers danced over quantum-encrypted keys. "Prometheus has been operational for 37 years. We've been preparing for this day since Roswell." The command center's lights dimmed as power rerouted to systems Chin didn't recognize. Deep beneath the facility, something massive hummed to life. "What the hell is Prometheus?" Chin demanded. Voss looked at her with eyes that held terrible knowledge. "Colonel, in 1947, we recovered technology from a crash scout ship. Not alien, human. Humans from 12,000 years in the future, caught in a temporal accident. Before the pilot died, he gave us everything: quantum field theory, dimensional manipulation, gravity control. We spent 7 decades reverse engineering it in secret." The main display shifted, showing what appeared to be empty space near Earth's moon. Then reality twisted. Ships materialized from nothing, sleek, obsidian vessels that seemed to bend light around them. First dozens, then hundreds, then thousands. "Dear God," Morrison breathed. "How many?" 50,000, sir. The entire Terran Defense Fleet. They've been waiting in dimensional phase space, ready to protect Earth. Fleet Admiral Zexhi's confident expression faltered as his sensors detected the human fleet. On the alien command ship, tactical officers frantically recalibrated their instruments. Admiral, their technology is unprecedented. These primitive vessels are generating quantum barriers that render our weapons ineffective. Zexhi's forearms gestured dismissively. Impossible. No species achieves dimensional manipulation before achieving interstellar travel. They're still using chemical rockets. Sir, their lead vessels are moving, bearing directly toward our position. The first human warship, sleek as a predator and twice the size of the alien flagship, positioned itself between Earth and the invasion fleet. Its hull shimmered with energy that made space itself seem to bend. Captain Elena Vasquez's voice crackled through the command center speakers from the bridge of the TDS Horizon. Admiral Zexhi, this is Captain Vasquez of the Terran defense ship Horizon. You have entered our system with hostile intent. You have 30 seconds to withdraw or face the consequences. Zexhi's golden eyes blazed with fury. You dare threaten the Dominion? Attack formation. Crush these insects. The alien fleet surged forward, energy weapons blazing. Crimson beams that could vaporize mountains struck the human vessels and simply vanished, absorbed by quantum barriers that shouldn't have existed. The human response was swift and terrible. Gravity weapons lanced out, invisible forces that twisted space-time itself. Alien ships imploded like crushed tin cans. Dimensional torpedoes phased through shields and armor, detonating inside enemy vessels. In 17 minutes, 37,000 alien warships became expanding clouds of debris. Admiral Zexhi's flagship, crippled and drifting, transmitted a final desperate message. Impossible. The Dominion will. Others will come. Captain Vasquez's response was calm, almost gentle. Admiral, you're the 7th Galactic Empire to threaten Earth in the past century. None of the others survived either. Tell me, in your conquest of 10,000 worlds, how many were defended? How many could fight back? Zexhi's silence was answer enough. Exactly. The age of conquest is over, Admiral. Humanity claims its place among the stars, not as conquerors, but as protectors. The human fleet began broadcasting on all frequencies, their message reaching across the galaxy at faster-than-light speeds. To all civilizations within hearing, this is Captain Elena Vasquez of the Terran Defense Forces. Today, an empire fell not through conquest, but through justice. Earth declares itself protector of the peaceful and defender of the weak. Any who would threaten innocent worlds must now face us. We have hidden in the shadows for too long. The age of galactic tyranny ends now. In the command center, Colonel Chun watched in awe as humanity's secret fleet began dispersing throughout the solar system, taking up defensive positions around Earth and its colonies. The lies of decades have been swept away in minutes, revealing a truth that changed everything. Director Voss placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. The universe is full of predators, Colonel. But today, they learned that humanity is the apex predator they never saw coming. President Morrison's voice carried new strength through the comm channel. Director, what's our next move? We stand guard, Mr. President. Every oppressed world, every weak civilization, every species that's ever looked at the stars and wondered if they were alone, they have an answer now. Earth protects its own. As the alien debris field slowly expanded into the cold vacuum of space, Captain Vasquez gazed out at the stars from her bridge. Somewhere out there, tyrants trembled on distant thrones, and the oppressed looked up with new hope. Humanity had finally come home to the cosmos, not as conquerors, but as guardians of the light. The age of hiding was over.